This is the Trade Finance Distribution Initiative podcast, home to the growing business community of trade finance stakeholders and institutions, making this asset class investable. I'm Andy Duckworth, and today's guest is from one of the newest members of the TFDi, Atlendis. Atlendis enables users to lend digital assets to real-world businesses on-chain, filling the gap that traditional finance has not been able to cover, leveraging blockchain technology and open banking in the process. Alexis Masseron is the CEO of Atlendis, who's going to tell us more. Hi, Alexis.
Hi, Andy. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
No problem. Now, just quickly to start, can you give us a little of your background and how you got to where you are today?
Sure. So, I'm Alexis Masseron, CEO and co-founder of Atlendis, and I have an engineering background, which is not mostly the case in this space, as I learned finance a bit late in my journey. But paired up with a bunch of great people to make it up for that. So I initially started as a software engineer in the Internet of Things space, and made my way up to the web, the traditional tech, and in 2017, blockchain technology, which I discovered thanks to Ethereum. And that led me to be hired by a large company in the space, American based, US based, which is called Consensus. And this is where I met my co-founders there. I actually worked on a trade finance product there, which kind of bring me to that space. I discovered how it worked in quite details actually, because we were working on a platform that was basically digitalizing every little step of that process, from buyer to sellers across the globe, and trying to basically digitalize all of those uh, processes and build some of them on chain, some of them off chains, and that kind of what literally put my feet into this space, and led me to later on to, well, basically quit the company, built my own, and made my way back to where we are today.
Absolutely. So, can you tell us a bit more about what you're doing at the moment and introduce Atlendis?
Yeah, so Atlantis is a fintech platform that opened the private credit ecosystem to the masses in a more efficient and transparent way. We do that by allowing trade finance companies to access cheaper and faster financing to thanks to a fully compliant blockchain-based platform. So in parallel, we're also using dedicated SPVs in Delaware to safeguard off-chain assets, offering unparalleled securities to investors.
So, tell us why Atlendis is different and why people should be coming to you.
Yeah, I think we are quite unique in a way that we bring something which is very tangible, right? In which makes the whole economy works today, the real world economy, and we pair it up with something very new, very exotic, I would say, which is the crypto ecosystem. And I think it's a win-win scenario for both of those worlds, because in crypto, oftentimes people have been saying that, like, this is a bubble. The decentralized finance economy is always lending to itself. It's not providing anything really aside from volatility and speculation. And we're basically bringing the private credit class, this new asset class, to old asset class in traditional finance. Well, we're bringing it on chain to the allow crypto investors to access it. So it's a win-win as well, because in traditional finance, like this ecosystem, this asset class, oftentimes has been difficult to access. you had to go to private banks, had like a very high entry barrier, that had very high entry barriers. And so um, yeah, we basically lessened that entry barrier, allowing every investors, as long as they fit, obviously, certain requirements, such as KYC. Um, this is to me like a very good opportunity and advancement for those kind of people. And obviously, at the same time, we use the blockchain technology to source an alternative capital, so crypto. We do that by automating the whole process. We do that more efficiently than what is done in traditional finance, and we do that, and we structure the structuring of the loan is done faster as well because most of that is automated. So by actually entering that space, which is not tapped, we actually we make we allow basically those companies to be financed significantly faster and cheaper.
Great. Well, just tell us a bit about why you're joining the TFDi.
Yeah, so like I said, our area of focus is the private asset-backed lending space, and trade finance, in my opinion, is the best candidate to be at the forefront figure of it. The trade finance industry is massive and comes with uh, hundreds of centuries of histories, if not more. And this space has been known to its slowness in terms of innovation adoption. Um, and TFDI is an industry leader that is technology focused like we are. And to me, joining the initiative aligns perfectly, um, is a perfect fit to our determination to affirm our position as a strong and innovative actor in the space.
Well, it's great to have you here. Now, tell us a little bit about how Atlendis differentiates itself in the global trade space and how it contributes to closing the trade finance gap.
Yeah. So, like I said, we have a lot of experience in the blockchain technology. We've been working on that since 2016 to 2017, and um, it is now quite clear that this technology is part of the missing pieces in order to close the estimated gap of 2.5 trillion, which is missing in terms of financing for those companies, those trade finance companies. Um, we've built top products and tools for those actors to actually open financial tools like revolving credit lines and loans that can be open in 4 to 6 weeks with tailor-made features that are matching the underlying assets that those companies are financing. We also build a side product which is called Atlendis Flow, that is also like abstracting the crypto blockchain complexity for those companies. So we realize that obviously those actors have their own specialties, right? They don't really know, most of them, how blockchain works and how to access those alternative financing. And so we abstracted all of that for them, so we can basically propose financing that are directly in fiat and wire them on their bank accounts.
And which type of corporates are you interested in providing liquidity to? Any particular geographies, any particular
Yeah,
industries?
so we focus on trade finance, and we can basically provide services to any company in the world, and or as long as obviously they pass all due diligence processes, um, and obviously those corporates needs to be able to put the collateral, so invoices or whatever, into an SPV. So as long as they fit those requirements, uh, they can we can deal with them.
This is the Trade Finance Distribution Initiative podcast featuring Alexis Masseron from Atlendis. Now, Alexis, what type of instruments are you currently offering to your clients?
So we provide revolving lines of credit as primary instruments to trade finance borrowers. The revolving line of credit works as a tool which is very flexible in order to access capital. It allows them basically to draw and repay funds as needed in order to support their trade activities. So the revolving credit line is designed to address the specific needs of those borrowers, and they often require financing for short-term capital. So I think we really built like this tool in order to provide capital efficiently um, and in a fast way for those borrowers.
And let's just talk about liquidity providers now. What types of liquidity providers are you working with?
We work with a variety of liquidity providers. So it ranges basically from institutional investors, hedge funds, family offices, to high net worth individuals or uh, just individual in at large. Yeah. So these liquidity providers, they are attracted to Atlendis Labs, Atlendis opportunity and offerings. We build liquidity pools. We call it liquidity pools on chain, on the blockchain, and allow those companies, those individuals or professionals to interact with them. Obviously, everything is gated with KYC or KYB, and allow them to directly invest in all opportunities.
Now, Alexi, can you tell us a little bit more about how you're relying on credit insurance at the moment and how you're risk scoring transactions?
So we're partnering with the best underwriters that have like very strong and advanced due diligence processes. At the moment, with we just announced publicly a partnership with a very well reputed underwriter in the space, and I invite you all to check it out. But yeah, well, I'm incredibly stuck with that new partnership, and that basically allow us to provide a very robust due diligence process that all borrowers go through in before borrowing on the platform. And this risk assessment is later on available for all liquidity providers. So this is very important for us to have a very robust process that translates into documents that are very that have a high quality standard that we can share, so that we build trust along the way.
And technology is clearly very important to you and your company. You know, you've been involved in, the forefront of
Mm.
technology throughout your career so far. I mean, what is the role of technology in your investment activities?
I mean, this is the core of it. This is at the heart of what we're building here at Atlendis. It's in our DNA, I would say. Um, so, I mean, as I mentioned before, uh, we are mainly focusing on using blockchain and open banking in order to provide a very uh, transparent, efficient, and unique offering to this new space. So yeah, I think like what we've built from the the sheer blockchain technology piece that we've deployed on the blockchain to the off-chain technology that we've built in order to connect it to the real world economy. We have a very unique positioning that is um, both at the same time efficient, transparent, but also like very reliable.
And can you outline your use of trade tech? Do you use the platform?
So we are in the process of being registered and join the platform. So I'm actually quite looking very much looking forward to access it, because I have a lot of expectation and to join it.
Alexis Masseron is CEO at Atlendis. Thank you for speaking to the Trade Finance Distribution Initiative podcast today, and we wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening today. Please subscribe to stay in the loop for all of our videos and podcasts. Follow us on LinkedIn. That's probably the best place to keep in touch with everything we do. And go to tradefinancedistribution.com for everything you need to know. tradefinancedistribution.com.